Yo, I got too much shit on my mind. It's like every gamble's a scramble. I got shit on the line. I'm godlike with the growth, so my shit is divine. It's like a plant-based diet in my physical prime. Listen, I ain't gotta compete. And hounds came out to eat. The second skeptic a mess up and came around with the beats. Like how you not gon' rip. The record's caught in my teeth. It's like telling Phelps that he gon' drown on the beach. My nigga, you must be bugging. Got a chick with the onion, the pussy good, she keep coming, but she don't listen for nothing. I'm just regular, degular. Wait till I get my cheddar up, get the lettuce and bread it up. There won't be a competitor, nah. But when it's story time, you cats floss on dogs. Seeing your storyline, you Shad Moss, I'm Randy. You ain't gotta determine what I do to niggas. There's a term for what I do to niggas. JB.
You rocking out with LFOD. We in the building.
LFOD Radio.
LFOD Radio.
LFOD Radio, live free or die.
LFOD Radio.
LFOD Radio, live free or die radio on 91.5.
Live free or die. LFOD Radio, boy.
LFOD Radio. Oh.
Yo, big up to LFOD. It's your boy Bakari JB. Rocking with Uncle Sam, the MC.
You are now tuned in to Live Free or Die Radio. This is episode number 111 on May 22nd, 2018. I am your host, Uncle Sam. We have Tia.
Already slipping up.
And Tayshawn.
And Tay-Tay. How y'all doing?
In the building. And a very special guest. Please say hello to Christiana.
What's up, guys?
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. Why are you here?
I am the new social media marketing intern for LFOD.
Yeah.
Super excited to be here.
Welcome. We're glad to have you.
Thank you.
So you'll be, when you guys see these fire tweets and Instagram posts and Facebook and all that, which is at LFOD Radio on everything, Live Free OD Radio on Twitter, Christiana will be behind that. So, yeah, we're happy to have you on board. It was a long process. We found each other, and now you're here. You just flew back from California?
Yes, from LA.
Okay. Do you miss it yet?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with the weather here. I was like waiting for it to be all sunny and stuff. It's like cold still, almost June.
Yeah, I think we've got a bit to go.
Yeah.
But, you missed the warm part. You got back right after it.
Yeah.
So it's over. So she's going to be helping us out on here. Do you guys have any advice for her before she, some first day advice?
Take the worst angles of Tayshawn.
I got you.
It's okay. All his angles
alright,
are
so
bad.
there's gonna be pictures of Tia, right? If she has like a triple chin, take those pictures and like post that as like the actual like the header for all social media.
He's just jealous.
That's gonna be the new Live Free or Die Radio.
It's not my fault. You don't
header.
take good pictures, Tayshawn.
I always take good pictures.
All right.
Like for example, that one that Sam has on the monitor right now, that was perfect.
That was a really good photo.
That was perfect.
That was.
He's talking about episode 110. We took a selfie together. It's really nice.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Aww.
So this, Christiana, this used to be like a very positive radio program where we talked about things we liked and highlighted artists and movements and things like that. But lately it's just devolved into bickering. So
What are you even talking about?
It's because of me.
It's mostly because of
Nation
Tayshawn.
which is
Yuck.
So, but anyway, everything's good here. We're glad to have you on. Who's your
Super excited to be here.
What have you been listening to? What's your favorite thing right now?
I'm still really into Vintage Lee. Like I said, I went to high school with her, so she's definitely one of my favorites in Boston right now. Sweetie, actually, she went to USC, so that's where I go. So that's a cool connection to have. Also, it's really cool to see her like coming up, getting more exposure. So I'm really into like the female rap right now too, like Cardi, of course.
Of course.
Cardi.
Tia's team, Cash Doll, Asian Doll, Baby
I like
Doll.
Cash Doll. She's cool.
Yeah, she's dope.
I like that song with Big Sean.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a keeper right there.
So, yeah, we love all that. As long as it's Live Free or Die, you know?
Of course.
But so, speaking of bickering and battling, I was at King of the Dot on Saturday.
Yes.
How was that?
It was crazy.
What happened?
It was really crazy. I've never been to a battle like that, but I'm pretty sure at least the headlining battle is going to go down as legendary. It was Gorilla Nems versus Head Ice. Do you guys know anything about battle rap?
Not much.
Are you being sarcastic?
I know a lot about.
Okay, Tayshawn. I'm just gonna talk to Tayshawn right now.
What? Taylor's gonna disregard me?
You were being sarcastic.
I wasn't being sarcastic. I used to love watching the 106 in Park battles.
Okay, I'm gonna just turn the mic off actually. So
I used to watching Sharon on the 106.
Wildin' Out when Nick Cannon had bars.
Remember Let It Shine on Disney Channel?
Yeah.
That was a dope movie.
No, it was.
All right,
that movie was the Sugar Honey Ice Tea.
So
it was the ish.
we were at the event. It was wild. It was wicked long. I mean, it was like all night at Saturday night at the Middle East. I didn't go to the one Sunday. There was one on Sunday up in Peabody, which I found out about after the fact. That had Excel at it, I think. So I was hoping to see him, but hopefully he did well. They're real quiet about the video because they have the pay-per-view up. So if you go to KOTD TV, you can watch it. I'm not sure what it costs, but that's probably the move. But Head Ice versus Nems was crazy. Nems is the most disrespectful rapper I've heard in... Like, I knew he was going to be disrespectful, but his opening 5 words, like, I can't even say on the air. And they set a tone that he continued for the entire thing, potentially exposed some things about Head Ice that could affect his career going forward. Head Ice came back. I mean, it was wild. It was really wild. I don't know who won. I was with Champ Chuck and them, and they said it was... He said Nems, but then again, he had on Nems like hats and shirts and stuff, so I don't know.
He was biased.
But
he was biased.
But Ice was dope, and then oh my God, Chilla Jones.
Of course, Chilla Jones had to go.
Chilla versus
Bosstown.
Yo,
Bosstown.
But the dude flipped it on him pretty hard. He goes, "Can everyone chant Boston?" Everyone's like, "Boston." He's like, "I want to hear you say Boston, Boston," and they said it wicked loud. He's like, "You see how proud they are when they shout Boston? Why you got to water it down with Bosstown?" It was like,
Heat.
There was some bar, but Chilla had some crazy Celtics schemes. He did a few things that were wild. I think Chilla got him. It was close, but. That battle was crazy, and then Math Hoffa versus Real Deal was pretty wild. Real Deal did a whole like selfie scheme, which was good. A selfie scheme? Selfie.
Oh, I thought you said selfie scheme. Wow.
He just dropped a bunch of eyes and talked about calling up his buddies at Old Colony to come get some work done.
Get some work done. That's the clean version.
Yeah. So it was real dope, though. I would definitely go to another one. Like, I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was real good. So shout out King of the Dot. Shout out everyone that brought that to Boston.
That was super dope.
It was the 4th. I guess they've all been pretty good, though. So looking forward to the 5th. KODT TV. You can get that. I don't know what else happened this weekend. That was most of it.
Well, today, Billy Dean Thomas dropped a video called Jab. Hopefully it's on YouTube. And I've seen the visuals this morning. It's super dope. Yeah. The visuals are super dope.
Yeah, we'll send it to Christiana and we'll post it. Of course. So yeah, definitely in case you didn't know, submissions at LFODradio.com. Send us clean records, but not only clean records. If you have videos and stuff, anything we can share, we want to help. We'd like getting clean records. Definitely don't send us music that isn't clean, but other things like videos, events, stuff like that we can share and help promote like the other rest of the week when we're not on here, which is only an hour. So we definitely want to be there as a platform all around. So submissions at LFODradio.com. And just to make things more complex, you can tag at LFOD Music on anything and we'll share your flyers and stuff. So we're trying to make that Instagram and Twitter page basically like a bulletin board for what's happening. And Bakari JB is downstairs and so is the Arcitype. So we're going to have them come up here. They have a ton of things coming up to talk about. And we're going to get into that shortly. But first, what do we want to play? Do we want to play? I think we want to play that brand new Tim Nyan and Bakari JB.
Let's do that.
We could.
Let's do it.
You're tuned in to Live Free or Die Radio. We'll be back after this. Hey, yo, we are back on Live Free or Die Radio. That was Too Many Zoos, Still Gold, Donut Shop. Before that, we had brand new Tim Nyan and Bakari JB. And right now, we have Bakari JB himself in the building.
Yo. What up?
As well as Moe Pope.
What up?
And the Arcitype.
Hello.
What's happening, y'all?
Hello, Governor.
And Tia is still here.
Yeah, Tia's still here.
Tia is definitely still here.
Thanks, Bakari, for greeting me when you came in.
You already know. Yeah.
And we lost out on Christiana, but she'll be back eventually. I hope.
They have a rotating cast in here.
Nah, she's behind the scenes. That's how it goes.
So, and Tay.
What happened? Oh, Tayshawn's here too, but he doesn't have a mic.
He's a ghost. The ghost of Tayshawn is here.
We like it this way.
Goodbye. Yes, we do. No more.
Just some light hand signaling.
See, Tayshawn, you have to do your own spin-off radio station.
It's going to happen someday.
Tay on the Ray Ray?
Right.
All right.
LFAD. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So, who wants to go first?
What are we talking about?
Talk to us.
You guys got a lot to talk about. Let's go with you, Bezo, because we've been talking about overtime on here, and I'd love to hear you speak about that. But you also have another big announcement today.
You gonna bang one of those joints, right?
Yeah, sure.
He's not right. He's so not right.
Yo,
this dude.
There was a bus coming.
Right.
He saw you.
What happened? Right.
You were there.
Right. Trust him as far as he can throw you.
Right.
So yeah, overtime. Overtime was this very dope concept that piggybacked off another dope concept. The two gentlemen are in the building that had said dope concepts. So Arcitype kind of initiated the shift, which was an 8-hour producer-based event where they lock in for 8 hours at Mass Apparel, and they produce. And at the end of said 8 hours, whatever they produce and choose will be their beat tape. They've done, I believe, 7 of those. They do them bi-monthly. They did that for an entire calendar year last year. And then Moe Pope chose to piggyback off of that with a new innovative concept of having an artist select from the beats from those different producer sessions called The Shift, and doing what's called overtime, where they have the artist basically come in for 8 hours and lay down as many records as they can or as they choose to, based off of the production from those sessions. So I was selected to go first, which is a dope honor. I appreciate that, because it means that he respects the caliber of what he thinks I can create, which I don't know how he came to that conclusion.
And you set the bar incredibly high. Let's be clear.
I released music in
about
2013.
That's the whole
and I had released the project since 2013, so I'm living off of old hype. You know what I'm saying? I'm like T-Mac highlights. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of dope that people still appreciate and believe in me. So I took the challenge. I was like, yo, I think this would be really dope and really fun. And it was. It ended up being exactly that. Big shout out to Mass Apparel. Big shout out to Shabazz. He definitely held it down with me for 8 hours, and he engineered everything and made everything sound the best that we could in that time frame. And I love the variation of beats that the producers were that they were able to create. Even amongst themselves, like, there were producers that their beat tape was diverse in and of itself. So it gave me, like, there's a lot to choose from. You know what I'm saying? I ended up being able to knock out, I wrote 12 joints. I was able to knock out 10 and get a good variation even on the project. You know what I'm saying? So everything doesn't necessarily sound like, it doesn't all have one vibe, you know what I'm saying? It kind of goes on a roller coaster of vibes, as well as, I think it kind of showcases a little bit of what else I can do, rather than just probably even what people know me for.
Yeah, it's definitely a good mix. And we interviewed you at it too, and we're going to drop that this week as well, as people want a more in-depth, like, play-by-play of what happened, because it definitely has a good range on it. You definitely set the bar incredibly high. I mean, I think people would have been happy with 5 songs. You know,
I legit was like, 5, 6 joints tops.
Yeah.
Like tops, and because it takes time. This dude, Bakari showed how you can go in there and maximize your time, and he was the first one. And I don't think that many people could have done what he did, 10 in one day.
Very few.
And it be a listenable, cohesive project. It's very hard to do.
He was saying things too.
Yeah, absolutely.
He wasn't just rapping in there. He was saying a lot of things. You know, they were songs fleshed out.
Absolutely, and you know, it's just a testament to the MC's MC, Bakari. You know, for knowing how to utilize his time and to be creative, because that's what this is. This is what it's all about. What, like, show how sharp your sword is.
Right.
You know, and he did that. So
absolutely,
I couldn't have been more happy with the first one.
Word up. So
shout
if
to you,
y'all
man.
wanna, if anybody's listening that has not heard the project, first of all, shame on you. but on the real,
Oh, really?
you can it's basically the link to all of my social medias. It's it's in the comment section or the what you call it,
profile,
the profile section.
Link in bio.
Yeah, link in bio. You dig? So it's at Bakari JB Music on everything. So BAKARIJB Music on all your social media dials. If you check in the bio, it's there. Or you can just go to audiomac.com, or if you have the AudioMac app, you can go on there and just, if you just search my name or you search AR Classics, spelled how it sounds, then you'll navigate yourself to the project. And right now I'm kind of taking straw polls because people are like, different people like different stuff from it since it's a nice variety. And so people are kind of asking for videos, you know what I'm saying, which are never free. So I need to kind of, if I am going to do that, I need to kind of gauge it, based on which ones people kind of want the most. And first, so like, yo, let me know what y'all want. You know what I mean? Share the ones y'all like. Tell me.
We'll
let
put
me
a
know.
poll out or something. We'll get
put
it.
a poll out.
I wanted to add,
we just got to get down low or somebody to do time and a half, and then that's when we get a video done in 8 hours.
8 hours. They do as many videos for the overtime project that I did.
Just saying.
Yo, that'd be kind of dope.
Pressure's on.
Right.
We could just get a green screen.
I'll be the first time and a halfer, and like they have to do videos from my project.
Yo, let's talk about that. I think we could do something with that.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
Dope to me.
Yo, the link is also in our bio too, at LFOD Music. It's in there, and we'll tweet it. It'll be when this goes up on iTunes and all those. They all have clickable links, and you can click on that and get there as well. Yo, speaking of T-Mac though. Who pop?
Do we want to do that? Do we want to do that now, or do we want to let's let these guys chime in? Because I don't want to.
Okay, it's your show. Yeah, you let me know how to do it.
Yeah, I'm just asking what you want to do. I can go. Listen.
I just started to tell you what I wanted to do.
Let's talk about
we'll talk to Moe Pope. There's nothing going on. Yo, could you slide that back to Tayshawn? Yo, so Mo.
Yo, can I tell y'all who the next overtime person is?
Yeah, please.
Can I go ahead and drop that knowledge right now?
I don't even know that.
Let's find out.
Shout out to my man Tim 9.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna bang out the next overtime.
Timmy turn up.
You know, we're gonna get crunk at Mass Apparel. So let's do it.
Yo.
And he's gonna have beats from the rest of the catalog, but also Hum Beats is the next producer clocking in at the shift on June 2nd. So so there'll be a whole catalog of beats from Hum that he gets to pick from, as well as all the other dudes. Yeah.
I'm fired up. The shift next weekend. Next
actually,
Sunday.
wow, that is really,
next Saturday.
Literally a week from this Saturday.
June
My
2nd.
goodness,
We'll be there.
That
I can't
snuck up
wait.
Quick. Yeah, should be fun.
Hum Beats. Yeah, Tim could float on some Hum Beats too.
That'd be dope. I'd like to hear that.
Yo, so you guys though, Boston Calling this weekend, right?
Yeah.
A little something.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Yeah. Ready for it. Kinda. Almost.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you're bringing something new to the table then, because you guys have a pretty tight live show.
I mean, we're always trying to do something a little bit new. I mean, this entire experience this weekend is going to be pretty new.
Yeah.
So, but no, yeah, we're super excited about the whole thing. It's like, it's obviously one of those things that, like, you work towards. It's one of the goals, and as an artist from the city, like, that's kind of like, there's a few things that you sort of are like, man, I hope someday I can get to that place. You know what I mean? And I think that was certainly one of them for us. So we're psyched about it, and it's just, I don't know. It's kind of like, it's coming up right, like 3 days from now, 4 days from now. So we're in this sort of like blurred vision sort of like, oh my god, phase, but we're amped about it. I think it's gonna be dope, and we're excited to start Sunday off with a bang.
Absolutely.
So everybody got to be there at 1.
Sunday, 1 p.m.?
Yeah, they got to be there at 1. Like, it's like imperative. It's like mandatory.
Well, because the rest of your day would be ruined if they didn't catch you.
I mean, yeah. And their calling experience would be
subpar at best.
Yeah, incomplete.
That's factual.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 500-time Boston Music Award winners in the building. They don't even have the awards anymore. So, I mean, you can't miss it.
It's true.
I'm excited.
We're all pumped, I think.
You guys are working hard. You guys, you can tell your energy levels you're definitely like resting
We're
till
also
the show.
exhausted. Yeah. We're pumped and exhausted.
Yeah.
All the energy is going to come out at the show, though. That's the crazy thing about it.
It's gonna be dope.
I mean, the thing is, man, is like when you've been working towards something, you still have no idea what that experience is going to be like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea. And we've been hoping for this moment and waiting. Like I got homies who never seen me rock, that I grew up with in academies that are coming, that paid the ticket to come see this one. Like they was like, yo, if there's ever a moment, we gotta go now, So it's like, it's really dope, to get this experience is, hip hop getting a little bit of love, the furthering the love that hip hop has been getting in the city.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really dope, really dope.
Can we also really quickly talk about this other project you guys dropped? Because I haven't seen you since then, the Donut Shop project. What happened with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's really more of a single. It was like an A-side, B-side single thing. We wanted to kind of take like the traditional approach to like the old school approach to a single and kind of bring it into the digital age. So you get a 2-for-1 kind of bang situation,
A twofa.
Yeah, twofa. So basically side A was a track called Donut Shop, which featured our homies Too Many Zoos, which is a really cool. They basically were like a street musician group based in New York that blew up out of like playing in the subways around New York and people basically shooting videos of them and just kind of caught fire. And then put out their first album, I don't know if it was their first one actually, but put out an album recently and got picked up by Google for one of their the Pixel? Is that what their phone is called?
I think so.
Yeah, it was for a Pixel ad. One of their songs was like the song in it, kind of like how Apple used to do, and like blow songs up.
That's a check.
And they blew up, what I mean, and they've been traveling the world and spreading their music, and they're just like. They're such a cool collective of dudes, man. They're just like these eccentric, like fun. It's a trio, and like I mean, they're awesome guys. We had a blast. They just came through the studio, hung out for a while, like jammed out on some things, and it turned into this track. So it was really just a fun collab that we got to drop, which was cool. And then the B-side to it was a song called Double Mint, which is spelled DBLMNT, just like Still Gold. Following in suit, which was kind of like again, like in the traditional sense of the side A, side B, kind of like the darker side, to the lighter Donut Shop, So yeah, those dropped. I don't know, maybe about a month ago or so, and we've just been kind of riding off that recently.
You paired with Union Square Donuts as well, right?
We did, yes. The fine people who make delicious donuts over at Union Square, they're great. They allowed us to come in and eat their donuts while we made the record.
Really? Is that how it went?
It was one of the parts of it. Yeah, it was cool. But they also, I mean, they were supportive of the single and kind of helped us get the word out a little bit on in a different market, which was cool. And we got to eat their donuts and take photos of their donuts, and it was great.
It's clear what you were in it for.
Yeah, we were like, look, how do
marketing was secondary to the delicious donuts you got to eat.
Get to eat your donuts though? So that was great, and so that's kind of like been the first tastings of some new Still Gold since Torch Song. It's been
a little pun.
Yeah, the first taste. Oh yeah, Donut Shop. Yeah, see, it's all It's all.
So you're rapping on
part
the
of
next
this
album?
campaign. I rap on all the albums actually. I'm Moe's ghostwriter.
I want to know what their
You
next,
heard it here first.
I want to know what their next food-based single is going to be.
Actually, we're probably.
Do we
it has
have
to be
do
Boston themed though.
We do have another one.
It has to be Boston themed though.
I didn't even think about
Boston theme?
It has to be Boston
I guess
themed.
Double Mint is
Boston
gone.
themed.
Double Mint is gone.
I didn't think about that. Double
You have
Mint
like a
is gone.
juice.
Don't expose that you didn't.
Plan this.
No, we did. Oh yeah, we did this. It already happened.
Yeah, totally.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Live radio.
Live radio. I'm serious. It was great.
It was good.
It was good.
So
Yeah,
that's what's up.
new project's almost done. So
Another one?
Wow.
yeah,
Another
You let the cat
one.
all the way.
it's almost done.
I'm letting on that we don't. We
It's
didn't
like-
plan it to be food based, and he's saying we got a new project.
That's what's up.
I mean, you know,
All right.
just letting people know.
They're
right.
in sync.
All right.
Relentless. Well, what I like about you guys is each project has been different. I mean, beyond your individual careers, but as STL GLD, there's been a progression with each one of the sounds. So
Yeah, I mean, I think that's. I mean, we were just talking about this
Literally.
about trying to not be satisfied and take chances, and even when people even when people are not necessarily ready for that change or whatever, at least we pushed ourselves to try to do something different, which I'm never gonna be mad about, you know, ever. You know, so you know, I think I think that's what hip hop is in anyway, like, you know, and it's funny because we're in a time of like, you got the older heads saying that hip hop isn't this, and you got the younger heads saying, you know, it's this, you know, hip hop is this and hip hop is that. Hip hop is ever changing. It's always changed. It's always been different, and that's always what I've wanted to do, and that's always what the greats, the gods, my favorite musicians have done. You know, so yeah.
yeah, you've got to be experimenting and trying new things. You look at career bands, you know, if you have a good career, you're going to drop 10 plus albums. Some are going to suck, but you're going to have tried other things. Like, and we're in this thing now where everything has to be a hit and it has to be this, but like, you used to have like the patience to, you know, not that you're going to drop a clunker, but you could have an album that just didn't work. It's like, whoops, I guess we shouldn't have tried that. But you got it out of your system, and now you're going to learn something with every album you make, and you bring it on to the next one.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily even think that there's like a we shouldn't have tried that. It's like we did try that. You know what I mean? And you may look back on it and be like, yeah, you know, maybe it was like wasn't resonating, and maybe it wasn't, you know, maybe we were trying something that wasn't too. I think the only time it's really a problem is if you do something and it doesn't feel genuine.
Yeah,
that's the biggest issue. If you're trying something and you're not even believing in it fully, but you're trying it just for the sake of trying something different, then it's an issue. You know what I mean? Because then maybe you made a misstep.
You hear people trying to do the turn up records now.
Yeah.
It's like you're not supposed to be doing that
Absolutely,
song.
yeah.
Absolutely.
It's tough.
Unless you are, and it's really dope.
Right.
You know?
But you can hear.
You can hear the person that's like, this is what's hitting, I have to do this, and it just doesn't sound right.
It happens a lot.
Yeah, you can hear the dudes trying that aren't pulling it off. But
exactly. But there's also like, there's a difference between people who are also like doing stuff that they don't necessarily even like, just because it's what you're supposed to be doing now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So they never even listen to it, but they're just jumping into the deep end like, oh, I could do this, and it sounds ridiculous.
They haven't studied it. They heard a couple songs on the radio, and they're like, you do this little staccato flow and then throw this on.
Like
and
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying? So, and it's like,
you gotta make love to the music.
You know how when you like go like to a swimming pool, right, and they make you take the swimming test?
Yeah,
that's pretty much what like music should definitely be like, especially in regards to like jumping into like a new genre, especially.
Oh, I feel that for sure. But it's also like, take chances though. It's art. It's art, and you know, you hear it in every music that was dope and creative became the norm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, and people stopped taking chances. They just started sounding the same. Yeah. You know, so
and the thing that's crazy about it too is that, like, and speaking from like the studio side of things, like, I mean, because I hear conversations happen all the time And often questions are directed to me about my thoughts on something, like, and it's always based around this risk-taking thing, like, yo, Ark, what do you think about this? Should we do that? Like, is that a good idea? If the question is that a good idea, that means you're taking a risk. You're asking about a risk, right? That's the moment, where you can say, well, nah, I'm just going to do the thing I know works. Or you can say, let's give it a shot. Who knows? You know what I mean? And allowing yourself to do that, and allowing for the fallback to be like, didn't work. You know what I mean? And just taking that L for the whatever it might be.
Versus not even trying, because Ark was like, nah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But the why matters at that point too. The why matters at that very moment, though.
Exactly.
Because if it's because this will sell, then it's like,
right.
Is that the right reason to be trying to make it?
Right, but oftentimes the questions originates out of, man, this could be cool.
Right.
But should I do that? Is that too, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, you just said it could be cool. Like, that's the end of the whole story. Like, if it could be cool, then yes, try it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I had a dude literally talking to me about song length the other day, and I had to I almost screamed on him. I was like, my dude, I don't care if the song's 17 minutes long.
Yeah.
If it keeps me occupied for 17 minutes, it's a great song. You know what I mean? I was like, are you talking, I looked at him, I was like, are you planning for this to be a radio single?
Right.
And he was like, not really. And I'm like, so then it's completely...
That's the only time it matters.
Yeah, exactly. This makes no sense at all. Why are we even having the conversation?
Yeah.
If you think it's cool with all those things that make it, it was something like it made it, it ultimately came out to 6 minutes, I think it was.
That's fine if it's interesting.
Dude.
I think the only time things get shorter, you can't do verse, chorus
Totally.
anymore, because no one's listening to the third verse unless your storytelling is incredibly captivating.
But this was all about morphing an intro. They
go for it
and all that. I was like, dude, all that stuff makes the thing stand out.
Yeah,
those are the things we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just another song. And it's like, it could be a cool song, but it may not be the thing that grabs somebody. That whole intro thing, that maybe tacks on an extra minute and a half is the thing that could maybe.
If you can keep someone's attention,
grab somebody.
That's all it is.
I mean, the thing is, we're also living in a time where it's like, yo, your mistakes are highlighted. And ridiculed and laughed at, but yet,
and so are your successes.
Everybody makes mistakes, though.
Right?
Everybody makes mistakes, but yet we want to highlight these big mistakes. So that's, I think, a lot of the times why people stop themselves from trying something or going outside of the box or thinking on their own or whatever. I know that in these times, it just, I don't know, it just seems that way, but it's, again, the same thing. It's like your successes are highlighted a little bit more now, too.
And ridiculed.
The riskiest thing you can do is play it safe, really, though.
Yeah. I have a question. You guys ever tried making, your own genre? Your own genre?
I mean, I don't think we've ever, consciously sat there and decided we want to do that. I think that, we've always just made music that felt real to us, and we just take a lot of influence from a lot of different genres, and so it becomes this melting pot of all of that. So I think it's all housed under the roof of hip-hop, no question, but I think that for us it's always been you can what degree of it, or
elements of other genres that it may represent at the same time.
Totally.
Absolutely. I mean, for me, it's like, for most of my life, I was told by my neighborhood, by people I knew, but that black people was only supposed to listen to R&B, jazz, and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And that's that's what it was, but yet I had listened and loved a lot of different types of music, along with a lot of my other homies or whatever, but you're held into a certain type of box, whatever, which isn't necessarily fair or true, so we're also living in a time where is hip-hop, you're hard-pressed to find a young kid who grew up on hip-hop who does not love a rock song, or a kid who grew up on rock music who doesn't love a hip-hop song. You're hard-pressed to find that, so I would hope that everybody is taking pieces and trying to bend genres and stuff like that, because I hear it. I hear it in other people's music. I hear it in hip hop today, you know. But yeah, I'm definitely trying, but not in that sense to like, oh, I'm trying to change a genre or create my own. I'm just trying to stretch myself, I guess.
Again, with it being natural, like, you know, most genres are invented by either they went faster or slower, or it wasn't like they're like, what if we, you know, it just.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, a genre really is just an arbitrary label. It should never be. It should never be a restriction. That's the worst possible thing you could ever do is say, I'm in this genre, so that means X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. Like, it's just, it's a way to package music and sell it. You know?
Yeah,
there's nothing to do
the
with
artist never came up
creation
with the genres.
Yeah,
that was the marketing department.
Just make the music, you know.
So, yo, I want to play this Double Mint though.
Word, that was part of this food
up.
concept album we did.
So if I buy this on iTunes, do I get a donut or?
Yeah, if you buy a donut with it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Union Square Donuts.
It's a package where you buy the thing in.
Really? You can get them both?
Yeah, if you buy the single and then you go to Union Square and you buy a donut, you will have both.
See, he was so focused on his own donuts, he didn't even, you know.
The rest of us.
Yo,
I hear it though. He slipped it in there. There's no.
After this song, can you play Dial Tone by Bakari, please?
Yeah, I got you.
Legendary.
The
promo.
only thing is when it hits the iTunes, they won't be able to hear it. But yeah, we'll definitely play that. Speaking of iTunes, we have past interviews with everyone in here. Bakari JB was the first guest ever on LFOD Radio.
Shout out to
back when we were on Sunday mornings.
The day oneer.
Yep.
Shout out to.
And this is the last episode of season 4, so it's only right that you're in here.
Look at that, full circle.
So,
the circle of life.
Well, you haven't dropped the album since the last one, so we haven't that's why you.
But he did, and it's called Overtime. Bang.
Yeah, no, he's come through from time to time.
Music. And I got more music.
Yeah, we gotta have a full Bakari JB one, season 5. Maybe we'll kick off the season with one.
Yeah, man.
So September when we're back.
Yeah.
But so if you go on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, anything, and you search LFOD Bakari, you can hear our episodes with Bakari JB. If you search Still Gold, STL GLD, you can hear a couple with Still Gold. You might even be able to search Moe Pope and get one. You can definitely search Arc and get like 5.
Nice.
You've been here with Esh. You've been in here with
Shift with
Lightfoot. You've been in here a few different times. Stays working, this guy.
And if they look up 24 and 24 back to back, they'll find Glory by Bakari JB.
Oh yeah.
And what was the name of you guys' record? Windows by Still Gold.
Wow.
Would you look at that?
Hashtag 24 and 24.
Hashtag,
and a couple
what
songs
number
before,
was this?
Tayshawn was specific.
Did you get over the Hip Hop Archive thing? Did you get
I went. And
did you bring the LFOD thing?
I did.
All right.
I brought the card and I brought the thing. I tried to give them the flash drive, right?
Gosh.
But like they was like, oh, we're just gonna call you because we can't, take the video and take everything else off of the flash drive for now. So they was like, we're just gonna call you and like make sure that we.
They have your phone number?
Yeah, I gave him my phone number and everything.
Okay. He's not always good with his phone, so hopefully.
I'm always that day I was on point.
Okay.
I was on point. Like I was forcing.
So hopefully 24 and 24 will be in the hip hop archives.
Nah, trust and believe. I was on point that day. Have faith. Trust.
I believe you.
I got you.
I trust.
I trust.
But they gotta call you in the future though, right? So you gotta be on point forever.
Because if anything, that's not my bad.
Until this whole mission is completed.
No, it's 100% on you now.
You could throw the phone away as soon as that call is coming.
Oh no, like this phone's not going anywhere.
That's what's up. All right, yo. So shout out to Hip Hop Archives for reaching out. But we're gonna play this Double Mint. We'll be back after this. And Tia's got some questions for you guys too. I know it seems like she doesn't, but she really does.
Yo, I'm the pistol on Axel's album, ready to bust it open on the one who dialed him. Yo, be about him, extra always, like heroin, the rock or the hood, the gunplay. I keep them shining like the glove on MJ, Mo Booger with kick flips. Ask your sensei, bitch. Hallelujah, holla back to the misfit. They hate him yesterday and now they kissing my dick tip. No, I'm on some other shit with tilted Kangos. The Converse is dirty, clutching my pesos. Case closed, far as I'm concerned, dude, I'm killing them. Duck down the sound pounds, backbones of millions. Fuck those who don't feel them, I am not concerned. This is scorching, this is sound of beats getting burned. This is big, these are kids drowning in my ink spot. Freshness I is authentic like my man Mop.
Word. Okay. Extra. Yo.
So trash. I'm so trash.
Extra is the best way to be.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Vizo.
Yes.
Yo, so before you tried to take over the show, I think I wanted to ask you a question. So if we could get back to that real quick.
Right.
What opened up for registrations today?
Hoop hop. So
Hoop hop.
if you are an artist, producer, involved in the music community around here, like you can participate in hoop hop as a part of the actual tournament. DJs, so on and so forth, as co-ed. If you think you belong, just go ahead and go to hoop hop, spelled the way it sounds, HOOP 617.com, and you can register to play in the tournament. Otherwise, you can show up. The event date is August 18th. It's going to be at the Roxbury YMCA. Big up to them. They held us down last year, so this is going to be year 5. It's going to be the 5th year. It's an awesome event. It's very it brings the community together, you know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a very peaceful event that's a lot of fun, that celebrates us outside specifically of actual shows and music and stuff like that. But there is music there's performances, not by artists, but from different parts of the community, usually youth-based performances and stuff like that. So please go to the site, check it out, Hoop Hop 617. The site is actually fire just in general. If you haven't seen it, it's really dope. Brian Cartier put it together, and he's an artist, so he got that visual mind. But just wanted to big that up real quick. So I'll see y'all, and then follow Hoop Hop on all social media, Hoop Hop 617 on all social media. And if you got any questions, just reach out right there. We'll reach right back to you.
Hell yeah, and definitely get out to it this year. Shout out to the Y for being the new home for it and making a space for it. It's definitely a groundbreaking event. Right. It's probably the reason you haven't been putting out as much music. 100%. You definitely bust your ass to make it come, to make it happen every year. Right. I don't care about the FM. We'll say ass for that, because yeah, you really do. But
so you mean donkey?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bust your donkey.
Bust your hump.
Yo, so. Yo, thank you for everything you do for the people around you, not just for yourself, very selfless individual.
Much appreciated. And the community is tied into that. So LFOD has been tied into that. The Bridge Sound and Stage has been tied into that. Everybody from just different portions of the actual community has been a part of it for the last 4.5 years. So this is going to be year 5. Big for everybody.
If you're an MC, get on that bragging rights, because believe it or not, it does continue year to year.
Really
we were
does.
talking about, we were at Billy Loman's the other night, and we're talking about the teams, and Chuck
won. Chuck played for the first time, and Chuck's team won.
Dudes I didn't even know could ball,
right? Yeah, he got some game.
He's tall too, so.
Right.
So Tia has that. We've been talking all day, but Tia has the most important question for you.
Thank you. I have. Okay, it's 55. Never mind. All right. What does LFOD mean to you? Live free or die? We'll go down the line.
I will go down the line. Live free or die to me means be. You know what I'm saying? Be freely. Be who you are. Exist in your space. Be strong with it. And otherwise, why are we here? We're not here to cower. We're here to actually live out our purpose. So do that to the best of your ability.
Wow, woke. All right, next.
You already know. She already know.
Yes. Live free or die, man. I don't know. It's tough because he said something.
It's what it means to you, not to.
Very eloquent.
That's why you gotta go first in overtime.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Facts. Shout out to everybody else who wasn't the first. I would say the same thing, pretty much. Take no shorts. In this, you only get one life. And in my opinion, I don't want to speak for other people, but in my opinion, you only get one life. So take chances, make mistakes, fall hard, pick yourself back up, dust yourself back off, and try again. And at some could do will happen,
Wow.
Does that work? No.
That was also a terrible answer.
And now the guy who chose a life behind the boards so he didn't have to talk. I echo what they said and say, I guess it's like living life on your own terms at all costs, you know? Sort of just taking chances, making mistakes, all the stuff they said, you know, all that. Just risks. Live life. Do it.
YOLO.
Dope.
YOLO.
We really are the YOLO, like the new YOLO.
You are the YOLO channor. I never thought of it.
Yeah, no, I think about it a lot. Yeah.
YOLO.
Please don't say YOLO. Are you guys gonna crowd surf at Boston Calling?
Oh man, as long as everybody shows up at 1 to catch us.
Right.
So that's a confirmed yes.
Right.
If
yes.
you do not crowd surf, and
how
I
many
am
people?
there,
How many people would you need to crowd surf? Ready? Go.
3,000 people, and I'm doing it.
All right, done.
3,000. That's it.
I'm gonna do a head
with guitars though, so you guys gotta just catch me regardless.
Right. I saw Rubble Bucket. They did it with trombones and drums and stuff. So.
Cool. I mean,
that's ballsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say ballsy on here?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool.
No, she really will follow up because, you know, she badgered poor Philly G and Balin for about 3 months until they finally did it because they said they were going to and she was at the show and they didn't.
That's dope.
And every episode for like 3 months was like, so Philly G and Balin did not crowd surf. We're still waiting. When they finally did, they tagged us. We did it. Like,
that's the all right. I like it.
LFOD is bullying.
That's what you're aiming at.
bullying. It's more like
I'm not
being
trying
persistent.
to get Tekashi 6ix9ine either. Like, you know what I mean?
We have tips on an earlier show saying how and why you should.
The NBS episode.
Flash and Knuckles, they gave a little crowd surf 101.
Maybe crowd surfing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They be crowd surfing in like Australia.
I have crowd surfed before. This is not like.
That's the thing. So if Flash can crowd surf, y'all can do it too. All right. Like,
I'm just saying I have crowd surfed plenty. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
Boston Calling Sunday, 1 p.m. Everyone be there. Catch Moe. Catch Arc. Catch the rest of them.
Do not drop me.
Catch a vibe.
Please.
Do not.
Please.
It's going to be crazy. Boston Calling. Get your tickets now. BostonCalling.com.
Something like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
You can find it. It pops right up. Still gold. It's been a pleasure. Once again, congrats on all your successes. Bakari JB, you're the man. Shift. June 2nd.
Yes.
Hum Beats, Mass Apparel will be in the building.
Still Gold Avenue, June 30th. Bright Music Hall. Be there.
Ooh. Another announcement. Do you ever run out of announcements?
Never.
That's awesome.
Got them for years.
Announcements all year, every year. Yo, G-Eazy, G-Eyes hit us with the Who Run It G-Mix. So we're going to play that. So, my bad. So shout out to G-Eyes. We're going to get out of here. We'll be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m., same time and place. Live free or die.